And welcome back to Let's Play the Star Wars Battlefront 2 Beta. So last time we went through Starfighter Assault and actually ended up 2 for 2. So that was actually much better than Galactic Assault. Got to show off Poe's X-Wing at least, but didn't show off any of the other hero ships. This time we're taking on the last multiplayer mode, which is Strike, which takes place in the sequel trilogy era on the planet of Takodana, featuring Star Wars The Force Awakens. Which I also consider to be one of the worst named Star Wars planets ever. Thanks for playing the beta. Descriptive. So this takes place at Maz's castle, and also in the forest surrounding Takodana, which is pretty cool that it incorporates both. I don't know if this is going to work for a large-scale map, though. So you got the Rebels, or the Resistance, versus the First Order. So we haven't actually shown the Officer class, so I'm actually going to do that now. Officer classes generally focus on buffing the other side. This actually looks to be somewhat in the middle of another match. We're currently trying to escort the artifact from Maz's castle to a drop-off point. But that is easier said than done, because it just reset back to the beginning, and we only have 39 guys left. Oh well. What's this do? That's a grenade. Oops. This is part of the buff. And this is a turret. And I was blinded, so I couldn't see what I was doing. And now, okay, let's show off the specialists. Since this is just sort of a late game fill-in kind of a match. Specialists are your sniper classes. By the way, I'm terrible at this. I can never snipe in any game I've ever played. Well, at least multiplayer. Single player, I'm not a terrible sniper. You know, one thing I do miss from the original Battlefront was weapon switching. You always have like a rifle and a pistol, and I do miss that in this particular entry. It's a small thing, but it's one that does make me wish I was playing the original Battlefront. So they have special units. You got a Flame Trooper and a Rocket Trooper. Rocket Trooper works a lot like the Jet Trooper. Flame Trooper has a flamethrower, so that's cool. It's super short range though, so your mileage may vary. So I never really explained the Assault Troopers skills. This is the right button is a buff temporarily, and the middle one is like a shotgun type weapon, but it's like one-time use. So you gotta time it well to be close range at just the right moment. It's kind of not too likely, so I just stick with Assault. Most people seem to stick with Assault. It's a little bit overpowered, I'd say. Not too bad, but it is noticeably. So if you don't pick the objective up, which is a relic, up in time, it will actually reset back to Maz's castle, which is always bad because you're on a time limit, essentially, and that time limit is a life counter. So yeah, I think the Rebels have an advantage here. I've seen the Imperials win, or the First Order win one time, but I've actually not really seen a whole lot of success on the Empire side of things. So yeah, we're set back to the castle, so we're kind of screwed. Oh well. I'm gonna try to not fight these guys. But the problem with us resetting back to the castle is everyone is back at the castle. Or no one's back at the castle, so double-edged sword. So I've seen the Imperials very easily recover it back from the castle because all the Rebels are protecting the point instead. I should show off the other gun for this. It's slower but more powerful, so it's a little bit of a trade-off. Maybe it's not slower. This actually still seems pretty fast. Do I want to do this? No, I do not. Bad idea.
Reinforcements are here.
Yeah, maybe this is a slower one for the First Order era. Not really. I don't know what the difference is between those two, actually. So we have 16 guys to actually get to the point, which is actually kind of rather close, but still doable. Maybe. Doesn't mean we have 16 total, it's like we only have 60 more lives to lose effectively. Mario rules, kind of. Even if we do have more guys on the field than 16. Though I think this is actually 8v8, so never mind. So yeah, this is all this mode is. It's kind of a small, contained mode. Running into a tree. Really smooth. So, it's still doable. Maybe not. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, I love the area. It just looks authentic to the movie, but also just really pretty at the same time.
We are running out of opportunities. Finish the
No
job.
kidding. Oh, that could have gone better.
I'm at your side.
I like how they say that and that no one spawns in. So it's like, okay, so much for that. Yeah, we're not doing this. Again, I think the Empire does have a disadvantage. It feels like it, at least.
The resistance has returned the
We have 2 lives to get all the way down there. That's not happening.
The resistance forces have delayed us for too long. You have failed.
What I'm looking forward to is if there's a fighter squad or a fighter. What's the mode called? Fighter assault? Starfighter assault. If there's a starfighter assault on Takodana, that's gonna look really cool. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hey, max rank for the beta. That's cool. So yeah, every day of the beta, you do have some special challenges that give you crates, which is this game's equivalent of loot boxes from Overwatch. So yeah, they're going the Overwatch model. They're not going to do DLC. Everything will be free updates, but you do actually have the option to just buy unlocks. So a lot of games are using that model, and I have no objections to it. It's just something to note. So yes, we are now playing the Rebels, so maybe a shorter video as a result. What weapons do we have? The M45 and this. I think I'm gonna try this, because I haven't tried this yet. I actually haven't equipped any star cards for these characters yet, because I haven't actually unlocked any, because I'm avoiding playing as them. Yeah, there seems to be a shared weapon across all eras, and then there's like a specialized weapon for each time period, each era, and each side, effectively. I don't know if that's going to be the case in the full game, but at least in the beta, that seems to be the case.
First Order got wind of an artifact here in Takodana, and they're sure to do everything they can to get it. Protect the package and do not let it reach the extraction point.
So yeah, we're, I think, in the bar from the movie. I wonder how they actually recreate levels like this for a video game. If they just do it like from like concept art from the originals, or if they like have access, because Lucasfilm, to information on how these scenes were originally constructed. I'm actually not sure. It'd be kind of interesting to know. Oh, okay. I did not see the grenade pop up until it was way too late.
Fire side.
So yes, the Rebels' goal is to take out 100 Stormtroopers before they can take the relic back. Okay, no water effects. Good. Good job. That's one weird thing I always try to pay attention to is water effects, because I just find that kind of thing fascinating. Also, one thing, I think they... Wait, they got it? How'd they actually get the artifacts? That's what I'm wondering. Oh. Didn't see they were actually in the castle already. One thing I will notice, obviously the First Order, I think will probably have an advantage at Takodana, not Takodana, at Starkiller Base, where it's going to be a lot more white colored, with all the snow and Imperial bases. I feel like the Imperials slash First Order are at a slight disadvantage of Takodana because they really don't blend in. They really do not blend in to their surroundings. Okay, that actually went okay. Not intended, but okay.
They've taken the package.
So now we have to make sure they can't get it to the to their cruiser. This part is kind of cool. It's very concise. My only issue is, again, it does feel a little bit unfair because of their distinct lack of camouflage for this environment. And maybe going through more of the castle would be kind of cool. It's also not a deal breaker. It's probably going to be another map or something.
Got your back.
So yeah, the remaining two multiplayer modes that are going to be available at the launch of the game are Blast, which is basically a team deathmatch, and... Wait, why am I moving so slow? Okay, that was a glitch. The shield was activated. It wasn't even showing up, but the shield was activated somehow. Okay, so the artifact was set. That's good. What was the other mode that was going to be available at launch? Heroes vs. Villains, which is just going to be a Heroes vs. Villains mode. You know, obviously Heroes vs. Villains was a popular highlight of Battlefront 2 for the PS2 and Xbox. So that's really exciting that they're bringing that back. Element of surprise, aka camping. I'm not going to say I'm proud of this, but I may kind of hang out right here for a little bit. Actually, I think they're in the castle, so maybe I should go check out what's happening. They're definitely in the castle.
Careful near this thing.
I feel like I'm doing okay at this game, though. I mean, considering I don't usually excel at shooters, I feel like I'm not doing too bad. This game is considered in this weird middle between casual and competitive, so I'm obviously more on the casual side of the spectrum, and I'm actually able to do okay, somehow. It's easy to pick up and play, I guess.
Charge set.
Charge is set, so once they try to go through the door... like that. So that worked rather nicely, but they set down a charge of their own, unfortunately. Let's see who's at the door. Oh, I actually do see something. Interesting bit of continuity. The Imperial, or the First Order officers look a lot like the clone officers, and I feel like that's intentional to try and sort of tie the three eras together. So similarities in this in the design, but maybe not. And that's a plane going overhead, by the way.
Rig to blow.
Okay, they put down charge 2, but I think they took out the guy who put down the charge, so it didn't actually detonate. I don't know what the Wookiee Warrior's specialty is other than using a bowcaster, which is always a unique weapon in the Star Wars games. I want to actually explore a little bit, because we're actually doing pretty good, so I want to look around. The roof. Obviously, if you want to be a jerk, this is where you want to snipe from. Yeah, this game is actually a ton of fun. Surprisingly, because again, I'm not super into the genre, but it's so very well made. Where am I? Okay, so they're making their way into this room. So once the grenades stop, I'll check out what's happening. One thing I will say is that the cooldown rate seems way slower than Battlefront 1. I was hoping the mine or the charge would have replenished by now, so I could just be a jerk and do this. You know what? I'm surprised I haven't seen more people do that. Just mine the objective. I feel like I did that in the other mode too, Galactic Assault. Just mine the terminal. Also, by the way, no heroes in this mode, so that's why we haven't seen like Kylo Ren show up, which is kind of cool that there are, you know, hero modes and non-hero modes. So I wonder if they would allow you to customize that in the full game, like play a version of Strike but with heroes, because that could actually be fun. I also hope all the modes are offline in arcade, but that hasn't actually been announced yet, so we're kind of just waiting. That's kind of a make it or break it kind of thing. If you can actually play Strike and the Galactic Assault offline, then yeah, I'm totally getting this game. But if you have to play with people, that's a turn off. Oh, that was the one on the objective. Oops. But see, I don't know, this just feels way harder to pull off as First Order compared to the Resistance. Oh, that's actually my guy doing that. It's like, okay, I was wondering why there's so many explosions all at once. And taking a lot of damage. So just gonna wait around. I think the health recovery is actually really well balanced between like how long it takes to actually start recovering health. I feel like it's a good time, because if it recovered too fast, that would just be frustrating, but it's actually at a pretty healthy medium. I just get nervous whenever I see that door open. Yeah, you tell that door. Now, I'm actually curious, thinking about their attack pattern. Why aren't they coming through this doorway? Oh, because that's guarded. Yeah, there are only 2 entrances, so if you manage to reach it, you're good. Yes, this is why I planted that there. My plan worked! Just as planned. I like how we keep shooting each other, because it's like a certain level of paranoia, I think, in such a close quarters kind of map. Something enemy related nearby, but I don't know where. Okay, so that's secure. Okay, so the mine didn't work in that case, but actually maybe it did. Maybe it's sort of unsettling. You know what? I can actually respawn. Should I show off some of the other characters? $14 left. Again, I feel like, this isn't something you can actually rebalance, because it's just the Empire's design is stupid. It is the reason they suck on this map. I legitimately think that's actually a thing. That the lack of camouflage actually really hurts them a lot. Also, the assault class is completely broken on this map, apparently, because they can just mine everything.
Package returned. Now try another assault.
I just love how accurate this feels to the movie. I mean, I've only seen First Order once, and it was last year, but it just, I don't know, the atmosphere of this game just feels spot on to what you'd expect for a Star Wars game, and it just is really cool to just look at, I guess. And it also plays well, so that helps. Yep, aiming for his legs.
Ready to blow.
Well, that worked.
We got them. The artifact is safe.
Okay, so I'm always in the middle in these matches, but hey, that is it. I don't know much. There's not much to show, even though the Empire side was sort of mid-game thing. And also, these MVP things are always kind of weird, because it always seems like they end up being the same no matter what. There's actually a glitch, and I want to see if it happens, since this is a little bit of a shorter video. I've been running into this weird glitch where every time the every time you say to quit the game, it still puts you in another match of the game, and I hope they fix that. Again, I'm making sure I'm hitting yes to, are you sure you want to quit? And for some reason, it still puts me in another match. So I want to see if it actually does it this time. Also, console loading time, so I wonder if the PC build is any better. Now it's not going to do it because I called the game out on it. Oh, it did do it. So yeah, it just put me in another game, even though I am, even though I selected to quit. But that is it for the multiplayer levels. So I actually do want to briefly cover the arcade mode, so there will be one more feature on that for the beta. Again, if this is fun, if you want me to play like the story mode, all the arcade missions, maybe not the multiplayer, let me know, because I might actually consider doing a full let's play of the single player stuff of this game. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time when we take on arcade mode.